Hey people, Intro here. 3v3 faction war this is. Capturing Purification Plant and Space Marines versus Imperial Guard. Who's been naughty then? On the blue Space Marine team we have triple force commanders. This is Blitz. Got some Blood Ravens. Handsome Sodding got some Ultramarines DLC. And Burning with more Blood Ravens. These fellas are versatile frontline heroes, bringing offense, disruption and support for the Emperor. On the red team for the Guard, Honeken's got a Lord Commissar, strong offense and support. Fighting in melee begins with a shield, can shoot his own fellows in the head to encourage them. And alongside double Lord Generals, this is the Tenso with the Mordian Iron Guard, and we have Miggs. These fellas start with a retinue, fighting with ranged weapons, can support, and they can add to the retinue throughout the game. The Tenso running through the mid. Looks like Miggs is rotating mid immediately. 2v1 against Handsome Sodding. Are the attacks going to cap, or are they going to fight? Looks like they are going to cap. Scouts already drop a model. Yeah, the Force Commander is just going to hide behind heavy cover and use his bolt pistol, which is a pretty good bolt pistol. Like 16 DPS or something. Lord General comes in, but not to tie up the attacks. Those guys are able to finish their cap there. Expected one of these guys to immediately... Oh, here we go. I think the Tenso is going to come and tie up these guys. And he's pretty good at that, the Lord General. Maybe he should have given himself another bionic arm, innit, for the sword. He's even got a special attack, this guy. There it is, in fact. Look at that. Knocking down all three tactical marines. Here are the attacks of Blitz. Getting into some melee with those guardsmen. The guardsmen do not like this. And in turn, Miggs' Lord General goes over to tie those guys up. Here comes a stomp, maybe. Yep. Just in time. Sentinel has taken a bit of damage here. Those guys are going to drop a model. Yep, one Marine down. Force Commander's in there, also runs. Decent start for the Guard. Meanwhile, Blitz's Force Commander's been capping up this west side here. What's this? Scouts idle for a second. Double attacks for both Sodding and for Burning. Help them focus down the Sentinels, and also just give a generally strong backline. And we see Miggs diving for the power. I wonder if it's worth Honeken getting double Sentinels on this side, because it's quite narrow. Having two stomps might be really powerful. Covered by a heavy weapon squad, perhaps. I'm sure the Lord Commissar's eager to get a power sword. But on this narrow side, it might be better to get the double Sentinels into heavy weapon squad. We shall see. Power sword does so much work for you, though. The Force Commander goes into some guardsmen. Stomp comes in. Doesn't hit attacks, they're too far away. Lord Commissar is on them with shield up. West side, meanwhile, is turning red for the Guard. And it's going to be artillery spotters for Honeken and Miggs. Blitz goes into an assault squad. Can they get onto the power, maybe? Just need to force off these guardsmen, or they still need to deal with the Commissar, who takes down a tactical marine there. Scouts are following through. They're going to try and decap this wreck point. Which I think, yeah, that's a good use of their time there, I think. More guardsmen coming out. These guys are going to need to run. The base turrets on this map are quite far back, but they do kick in. And they drop another modelled attacks. Force Commander goes for the VP. I think he'll get a decap as well. Meanwhile, kicking off on the west side. Handsome Sodding drops a tactical marine model. We have some Devastators also for Handsome Sodding. No Force Commander war gear then. Probably we'll just see Artificer armor to take some more shots. Armor of Alacrity is criminally underused in 3v3s, I feel like. Having that extra mobility on your Force Commander is so good. This guy needs repairs and he's getting it. Here are the spotters of Miggs. In fact, all three players getting them up. They can call in off-map mortar shells to disrupt and also mess up units with smoke. Double Assault Marines for Blitz. This Force Commander is down, gets a revive though. And there is the Artificer armor. Doesn't quite level up Handsome Sodding. There's the retreats. Bunch of repairs. Miggs hanging back, maybe waiting for Tenso. Tenso does have some stuff in play. And here comes that Lord General. I wonder if this will prompt some Lord General shotguns if there's double assault squad in play. Sentinel comes busting through. Opening up with those las guns. Artillery spotters. They're going to get the shell. Oh, it's a smoke shell. No disruption. They can now approach a bit closer. And there's a jump. Assault squad disrupt when they land. Straight into a stomp. But that's what they're there for. Drawing damage, drawing in the stomps. Everything else can follow up behind and get some damage in is the idea. These guys are going to get messed up. Spotter shells coming in. Here's the second assault squad. Look how much damage these guys are soaking up. Heavy infantry armor helping them shrug off those lasgun shots. Force commanders battle crying, buffing these tactical marines. There's the stomp coming in for this guy a little bit late, eh? And there it is. Tier 2 for Miggs though, tier 2 for Tenso also. Those guys did not drop a model, and they soaked up so much damage. Massive pain in the ass to deal with. Maybe we'll see some Ogrins to respond to that. Certainly didn't see any tier 1 Katichan Devils. Don't see any shotguns yet. 471 to 420. How fancy the jackets are on these artillery spotter Mordian Iron Guard fellas. That guy died in his fancy jacket. Stomp comes in. I'm not sure if they can carry this through to the power or to the VP, but they are giving it a good go. Meanwhile, east side, Honeken's pushed all the way through, levels up the Commissar with the power sword. Lead by example so good. It's basically a better version of Battlecry, giving him speed while active. And I think the buff is even greater. It might be even 20% per swing. It's definitely more than the 10% of the Force Commander. And it's got Carapace as well. 471 to 397 on the BPs. Force Commander says hello, but he's going to get outshot here. Oh, he's got Thunderhammer up in tier 2. Got to get teleported then. Yeah, there we go. So we can teleport in, knock them around. And what's he up to here? Oh, he's smacking on the Lord Commissar. Battle cries him away. Stops the cap. Just before it was decapped as well. Is going to need to run though. There's a bunch of bolter fire. Honeken did drop his sentinel. There it is. Meanwhile, back towards the mid. And some sodding pushing through. See some smoke. See those double tacks. Anything for this fella? He's got Artificer, right? Yeah, Artificer's up. A Chimera on the field for the Tenso. Primaris Psycho for Miggs. No Ogrins yet. But the Primaris Psycho might be preparation for that and that telekinetic dome stuff. What's this over here? Capping scouts. Assault squad harassing the Sentinel. Plasma guns are in for Miggs. What about the Tenso? Yep, double plasma here. Miggs has dropped one of his guardsmen. 471 to 350. Sentinel and Chimera in the mid. And there's that Whirlwind. These days no longer does friendly fire. Was reverted back into 11.1. And there's a las cannon. Getting big shots on our Chimera. Where's the repairs? No repairs. I think there's a hunter killer missile shot in there too. Down goes a Chimera. Dealt with very quickly actually. And a melter gun Lord General here. Good damage type versus all targets. Those assault squad fellas were not happy with it. Force commanders in here though, and tactical marines on melee mode in here. Want to prevent those plasma guns being fired, because they will trade very well with them cost for cost. Ethereal wave from the Primaris Psycho there. Also got Diviner's Foresight up. 471 to 320. What's breaking over here? Just the environment. Lord General of the Tenso with the sniper rifle trying to decap. Whirlwind does hit him. Have they put an effect on those missiles? I feel like that missile trail is much more prominent. On the east side, the Force Commander runs level 2. Where are the Ogrins? Honeken goes for Assault Kit Stormtroopers instead, who these days do not get a frag grenade, which is a big shame for these fellas. They can still infiltrate and open up with those hotshot lasguns. 471 to 313. Yeah, that was some nasty focus fire on the librarian there. Those guys are getting really low. Down to a single modded 33 hit points. Commissar's going after him. Sentinel can maybe help. Needs to move. Don't think they're going to get him. Don't think they're going to get him. On the west side, what's that Psyker up to? He's got a bit of XP. He's got a really good basic attack. Maybe we'll see it on these plasma cannon fellas. There he goes. Did he miss? He like bounces around a bit. Doesn't seem like he's hitting very well. Why did I say he has a good basic attack? Ethereal Wave kills a couple of them. No, that's good. Grenade goes in. But they dodged it. It did not get the VP though. These fellas now have a Commissar, so they can break their retreats. He's like a half-decent combatant as well, little Commissar guy. Oh yeah, his retinue also gets sniper rifles these days, which is quite fun. Do they all have the same stats? Revert any bodyguard weapons to default. Well, they need to change that tooltip, I guess. That's not the case anymore. Chimera on the field again. Manticore on the field for Miggs, and Honeken goes tier 3. Perhaps some Kasukin on that side. Or into Bullgrins, because the Commissar can support them really well, although he's got stubbornness over here now. Which is kind of his selfish upgrade. Can make him very difficult to kill though. Whirlwind doing some really good disruption there. Tier 3 for burning. Oh hey, missile launcher Sentinel. Where is he going? Has he spotted the scouts? Yeah, the Tenso's not fully committing to this side as that stabilizes up now. It is. Scouts being a big pain in the ass. Infiltrating themselves, diving in and out. Keeping the Tenso in place. They're looking for the VP, I think. They're being chased a little bit. A lot of stuff got minced there. Manticore strike. They see their excuse for artillery and get some proper big boy artillery out. The Manticore, you need to manually target each shot from this thing, but it packs a punch. 471 to 271. 2-to-1 cap for the guard. Push up the east side here by burning. Still going tier 3, of course. Yeah, lots of tactical marines forcing melee combat on the scary plasma guardsmen being chased by the Lord Commissar. They haven't really been able to control this guy super well, have they? No suppression up here. Does he have shotgun scouts? No shotgun scouts. Could use that to suppress the Lord Commissar. Where's the Psyker up to? He's facing the wrong way, shooting. He's having a moment. What are you doing? This is already red. Just having a look at stuff, maybe. That's a spotter shell. Manticore can use it to fire. 471 to 240. Which is exactly what's happening. Manticore strike. That's a first good hit. Wipes out the plasma cannon devastators. That's a good Manticore strike. And there's a creeping barrage. Nicely done. Global ability of one of those Lord Generals. Commissar's in the mid. Helping out. Bringing his spotters and his guardsmen. And maybe a decap here from the Tenso. Taking damage though, right? Is he trading well with those scouts? Not particularly well, it seems. Using those sniper rifles. Lots of shooting in the mid. Can they bring down the assault squad? They can. You have units inside of the Chimera shooting those little turrets on the side. Not sure what kind of damage those little turrets do, but it seems to be decent. Looking at what they do. Force commander of Blitz, level 1, but now has a power fist, so it's a big threat to the enemy vehicles. Leaving Russ on the way for Honeken. Speaking of enemy vehicles here. Basilisk Flare from the Commissar. Messing up the range of these tacks. Forces you to get close. Usually it's a better idea like this to back off and wait for the effect to go down. But it slows down your momentum if you do that, I guess. These guys are facing the wrong way. Level 3 Force Commander for Handsome Sodding with the Thunderhammer and Teleporter Pack. No chain swords and storm shields, I suppose. Not yet, anyway. Are you going to hit stuff? There we go. Starting to hit stuff. The Assault squad jumping in. Can melter bomb the Chimera maybe. Now they've got to face a Lehman Russ though. There's the melter. Oh, goes on the Lehman Russ, which does have the Vanquisher upgrade, which is more for enemy vehicles. You might try and see it. You might see it try to go after the Whirlwind. Where is the Whirlwind even? I don't know. Here it is. Oh, it's really far back. I don't think he can dive after that. Plasma cannon. Misfires. He's going to charge up again. And gets knocked over. Not the plasma cannon's day. Here comes the fourth one though to Thunderhammer these guardsmen into little guardsman pieces. Ouch. Nice support though from the guard fellas. Sends burning packing. Can they take the west side now? The blue team. They can't. Miggs is here with his fancy psyker. Doing fancy psyker stuff. 429 to 221. The map is broken here. We can see the water, look. Nobody wants to grab the VP. The Whirlwind is preventing the guard from doing it, and I think they know that there's a Manticore, so they don't want to try and cap. Force Commander throws up the shield. He's almost level 2. Fully kitted, still level 1. He's now got to justify that cost. Going in here is Handsome Sodding. And they, show no fear, popped on both of those packs with their sergeants. Gives them defensive buffs, but it does slow them down. And look at this, an aggro force commander with Librarian. The other force commander goes after the Lord General. Can't quite kill a model, but the blue team are going to grab the VP, I think. Going to brute force it with fast capping attacks. They get it. And they hold it. 429 to 219. 2-1 for blue team is back in. Look at these vehicles coming through though. Another Demon Russ, a Baneblade, and a Stormlord for the red team. Terminators are in for burning. Most likely, yep. Got the Cyclone missile launcher. And they can maybe get onto this VP here. I wonder if the mobile base is worth it on this side for the Chimera. They can reinforce off the Stormlord as well, but it's not a retreat point. Oh, Librarian gets ambushed and taken down. More Terminators this time. Assault Terminators for Handsome Sodding. These guys unique to the Force Commander. Huge amount of hit points. Shields, hammers. And they're looking at us poor artillery spotters who leave. Red team have taken the west side. Can they dig in though, the guard? Surely you throw up a heavy turret. Or two. With Executioner on them, maybe. The Whirlwind survives. What got after it, I wonder? Not sure. Maybe a Manticore strike or something. There is still a Manticore. Stormlord of Miggs is up with that terrifying Vulcan Mega Bolter on the front. Meanwhile, the east side is turning completely blue. Well played, burning. And you get that Lord Commissar down as well. Here's an assist from Miggs. Or is this... No, this is Honeken stuff. What, those Talon Desert Raiders, is it? No, it's not. It's those spotters confusing with their capes for a second. Terminator's teleporting out. He may be chased, because there's a bunch of plasma here and stuff. 416 to 202. Blue team... Sorry, red team needs to get to natural back. And here's the Baneblade now. Stormlord doing its thing. I believe it does 100 DPS Inferno damage. Which is bad news for this heavy infantry and for those Terminators too. Baneblade comes through, helps to suppress stuff with its heavy bolters. It's a lot of damage. Ethereal Wave chucked in. Terminator's brute force to decap. These guys are staying here. Taking outrageous amounts of damage. And there's the spotter shell, maybe for a Manticore strike coming in. He's got double Manticores now, Miggs. There's one. Boom. I think that was only one strike, right? Whirlwind with some disruption, and there's the Hunter Killer. Look at the damage of the Hunter Killer. Oh, these guys also got a shot with their missile launcher and for the Emperor buff at the same time. Made the Hunter Killer seem like it did almost the entire damage of the Chimera, but it was the missile launcher hitting at the same time. Whirlwind is taken out. Red team looking pretty chunky on this west side now. What's going on east side? Another push from Burning. Can't get after the Lehman Rusto. Here's missile launch attacks. Double missile launch attacks, actually. Commissar needs to get on them, surely. Trying to take down that Librarian. Here we go with the plasma. He's on one of them. There's a Cyclone Barrage. There's a grenade. That's a nasty grenade. Only killed 4, I think. Gets rid of him. The Lehman Russ survives. Well worth it here to get some Oberins up. Bullgryns especially, because they could suppress both of those tactical marines with missile launchers. I wonder if that's what Honeken is saving for. The Lord Commissar needs a revive though. Doesn't want to have to spend on that, if he can help it. 2 super heavy tanks on this side. That's a repair bunker. 2 Manticores back there too. Not an easy spot to push. Blitz. Did you also get Cyclone? You did. And these Vanguard veterans have a Power Fist, and you have a Power Fist as well. Might need a Power Fist on Handsome Soddings. There's so many vehicles to deal with. It's a lot of vehicle hit points, eh? Do we see the Tenso going over to revive? Not yet. Got his Commissar retinue fella. And his medic and his Vox operator in there. They're all around today. Artillery spotters are taken out though. Oh, what are they doing there? 319 to 202. I wonder if they're trying to spot for stuff, you know? Like artillery spotters. There's no more whirlwinds back here. Force Commander disrupts the entire planet and then runs away. The Assault Squad coming in. Sorry, Vanguard veterans even. In a world of hurt, though. They are persuaded to leave. Missile launcher gets a shot in, but it's not going to be enough. Other one gets a shot in as well. Lehman Russes are tough, though. Unable to push. Blitz getting through, though. Sorry, Burning getting through onto the natural VP. Librarian gets a decap. Power Fist decimating those guardsmen while the scout try to power bash. Another Librarian on the way for Handsome Sodding. Can now be much more aggressive, perhaps, with these Assault Terminators, because he'll be able to teleport them out once he gets the Gate of Infinity. 291 to 202. Baneblade in the mid for now, and there's some Assault Terminators. Coming in with those hammers. Could they get onto rear armor? They're just going for whatever armor is closest. They're on it. And there's for the Emperor on a las cannon. Oh, it shoots at the Chimera. Chimera's done for. Down it goes. Baneblade lives though, and those guys get plasma gunned out of there. Got a decap. Some dead tactical marines. Got it. 291 to 184 on the VPs. Vox operator reinforcement here for the Tenso. This thing will decay over time. Very cool. Stormlord doing Stormlord things to these Terminators. Librarian is in a safe spot. He's retreating, so he can't use Gate of Infinity. I assume he has the Psychic Hood already, but these guys are taking a lot of damage. Once he retreats, he'll be able to use the ability, but he is retreating really far, and these guys are taking a lot of damage, and that's the Demolisher Cannon. Boom, big old boom. I don't think these guys are going to get away. Oh, they got their teleport. They were able to get away. These guys are also able to get away, but the Guard have stood up to it. Wasn't actually a huge threat to their super heavy tanks, actually. The Chimera did go down, and there was a decap. Space Marines didn't do, like, nothing, but they handled it quite well. Oh, Handsome Sodding's Terminators did get down. Here he is, look. Chased down by these fellas. Oh, Plasma Kasrkin with buffed range from the sniper rifle. Nicely done. 269 to 184 on the VPs. This Baneblade could do with some repairs. Just pushing up, though. Meanwhile, this Lehman Russell's got, but the Force Commander died doing it. Vanguard Veterans didn't drop a model. 269 to 184 on the VPs. Ogren's on the way for the Tenso. And this is Terminators, I guess. Yep, more Assault Terminators, this time for burning. Onto the Kasrkin immediately with their scary plasma guns. The Guardsmen also have plasma guns though. Does he have a Librarian? Yeah, burning has a Librarian already. So they should be safe. Grenade with a single kill. Poor fellas, level 3 Guardsmen. It's a lot of plasma. And here come the Ogrins now. With the Bonehead Leader on the way. Force Commander comes charging in. That was a weird looking charge. Oh, maybe he had Veil of Time on him or something. Ogrins get their Bonehead Leader. So we could see Bulgrins up. Land Raider Redeemer is here for Blitz. Does it really want to push a Baneblade? I mean, it's trying to. Supporting those Tactical Marines. Manticore getting shots on it though. I think the Tax jumped inside, did they? Or did they die? Did the Tax die? Blitz doesn't have any anymore. Oh, maybe. 215 to 184. Lord Commissar popping up back here. Level 5. Runs away. Really well timed force barrier there. Oh, but one gets through, look. One fella got through. And that's a rocket run. Full on rocket run. The second run didn't really hit, but it messed them up a lot, the first one. 2-1 for the red team. Ogren's on the way now for Honeken. Baneblade getting repairs, but here come more Terminators. Probably for Sodding, yep. Lose one, get another. Assault Terminators again. That Baneblade is quite low. Where's the repair support? Here comes the Stormlord support. They need 40 Emperor on them or something, surely. Oh, those guys just used their teleport offensively. That was really risky. They're going all in to get this Baneblade down here. Blitz is down to a single unit. Down goes the Baneblade. Can these guys get away, though? Well, those guys can teleport, but these guys cannot. We saw them use it. Terminator's using Power Fists here for burning. And these guys are Blitzes. Wait. How does he have 2 Terminators up? Oh, he's an assault, because he's got different types of Terminators, right? That's what the Force Commander can do. You get one of each type. Ouch. Those guys are down, though. You guys are okay. How's about you guys? 157 to 184. Looks like they're okay. Even with a tiny health bar, they still have over 400 hit points here. Lord Commissar comes sprinting through. Bloody hell. He's eager. He must have just shot something for inspiration. Had that super long charge. Can he get another one? He can't. Oh, reduces charge range while equipped. I see. It's like it's a heavy armor. It slows him down a bit. He seemed to have a super long charge there, though. Not sure what that was all about. Demon Russ with Executioner takes out these Lightning Claw fellas, apparently. Yeah, down they go. Looks like the Guard have it. They're doing very well in basically every engagement. I mean, they did lose their Baneblade, but that was with 2 Assault Terminators chasing, and one of them didn't go away. Another Manticore for Miggs. Do they all have Kasrkin? They do. Probably all with plasma guns in hand, right? Yep. Just couldn't deal with the vehicles while also threatening the infantry, you know. It's easy to get double missile attacks up, but when you see an array of plasma guns drawn on you, what do you do then? Well, I guess you get Chainsword and Storm Shield. I'm not sure what the deal was with these Thunderhammers, although we do have some Power Fists in now. Rocket Run. Down goes the Force Commander. Terminators teleport out. There goes a Smite. 52 to 184 on the VPs. These guys are becoming Bulgrins, I think. Yep, they are. Oh, now we have a Force Commander Terminator. Getting a heavy flame. That's another way to deal with masses of infantry, I guess. Can they get the Lehman Russ down? Force Commander couldn't seem to quite get a hit in there. Bullgryns now with their slab shields and power mauls. It's going off those Terminators. There's Gate of Infinity to save them, because they were incredibly low. 3 models on 400 hit points or so. He's still chasing the Lehman Russ. 30 to 184. Stormlord comes in with the big old storm of Vulcan Mega Bolter fire. Down goes the Force Commander. That guy runs. Another bunker coming in. Red team have done enough. Powering through in the end game, and there's a concede for the blue team. Had a Terminator Force Commander. This guy level 6. This guy level 4. What about the Lord Commissar level 6? Level 7 Lord General. And a level 7 Lord General. Yeah, I think they really missed those Chainsword and Storm Shields. Would have really helped them against the deluge of plasma. Helped the tanks deal with the vehicles. Helped the Terminators as well. But there you have it. Thank you for watching, guys. Big thanks to these players for playing us a faction war. And the Tenso for sending it in. I'll see you guys next time.